Are you like me when it comes to laying out a room? I love to take measurements just to make sure everything's gonna fit. What are you doing? You still using that thing? We're gonna try something different. Hey there. So we are in the process of converting an old workout room here in our basement into a bedroom for our oldest daughter. And one of the first things we wanted to do was really assess whether this is going to be big enough for her. What I'm going to show you today is how we took advantage of augmented reality here with the MetaQuest 3. And so the MetaQuest 3, this is one of the newer virtual reality, mixed reality systems out there on the market. A lot of people associate these types of systems with just gaming, but there are definitely productivity applications and use cases for this. We had our daughter go ahead, put this headset on, and we used an app called Layout that comes with the MetaQuest, where she was actually able to dimensionally place objects here in our room. And so we're going to go ahead and show you what that result looks like. And make sure you stay tuned to the end of the video where I'm going to reveal how things panned out, augmented reality versus finished room. So funny enough, this room renovation is actually going to be a downsize for our daughter. When this becomes her bedroom, it'll be about 220 square feet versus her current bedroom of 300 square feet. And over the years, she's accumulated plenty of stuff in her current bedroom, and we just wanted to make sure that at least the essentials would be able to fit comfortably. And anytime we're talking any sort of room renovation, I love to bust out the tape measure, the painter's tape, mark things out on the floor, exactly where they're going to go, and really make sure everything's going to fit. But for this project, I wanted to get a bit more creative and see if VR could make the process simpler. All right, so I've just popped our headset on here. We're going to go ahead and open up our Layout app and take a look at this room. All right, so here is how the reimagined room looks. We can see kind of these augmented or mixed reality objects placed into the room. And so I feel like she did a pretty nice job. So as far as objects go, there's just some preset objects within this app here that we can see. So we can kind of pick and choose. It's not going to have every single type of furniture here. For instance, she actually has an L-shaped sofa in her current room. That's not really an option here, but it does still give a feel, and it's also nice. We can go ahead, shrink objects. So maybe this wasn't a full sofa, maybe this was just a single person chair. We can do that. If we wanted to spin orientation, can carefully do that. Sometimes it's a little bit sensitive, but we could do that. Or maybe we want it just kind of at an angle there. So easy enough. Bed obviously is a key facet for any bedroom. And what's great is that it actually allows you to choose different bed sizes here. So this is all fairly dimensionally accurate. You can easily move things around, adjust things, resize them, rotate. It allows for that planning phase, so we can kind of get that feel rather than actually moving everything down here or using a tape measure and trying to mark off objects. Simply can throw on this headset and put it into place. The other cool thing with this is you actually have a laser level here. So she has some picture frames and just wanted to get a feel for kind of how those would be situated. Then another really kind of nifty feature here. So we've got essentially almost like a laser measure, where we can just mark a point and then we can see just how long it is. So from one wall to the other, we've got 9 feet, 8.5 inches. And I could do the same thing. So I can go from another wall all the way over here. So 15 feet. And so it's just really neat where you can kind of place these virtual objects, virtual measurements. They stay in place.
got my laser level going. I've got my room dimensions being shown here. And so ultimately, this is allowing for that early planning stage, really kind of that feasibility. Will this work for us? Get some rough dimensions. I'm still going to go back through, obviously, with the tape measure and take some additional measurements here, but it definitely gives confidence that this room is going to be plenty big for her needs. All right, taking a look at the space now, augmented reality versus our finished product here in the bedroom, and really pretty close. There's a couple differences, couple changes that were made, bed orientation being one of them. This was a decision that our daughter made. She likes the bed oriented the way she has it versus the way we're shown in augmented. So that's an easy change, just to flip it. Another limitation with the specific app we're using for the planning was the couch here. The maximum size that we could make it was 5 feet 4 inches long, and in reality we're actually a little bit bigger than that. So, and then the other thing is we've got a little bit of an L shape here with the couch, and so we weren't able to quite do that. We probably could have, if we wanted, overlaid another small couch to kind of form the L shape, which looks like that would be pretty simple to do. So something like that would allow us kind of to get a better feel for the actual furniture that we have in here, but really not too bad there. We've got this table. She actually has kind of a wall unit here that flips down into a table. So I guess similar premise. It's just another one of those where they didn't have a hanging wall desk, but no, we still can kind of show it here in the augmented reality. Another difference, the specific entertainment center under the TV. This is a new piece of furniture that we got after we actually laid things out in augmented, so we didn't have this particular furniture here, and so we made a guess on what the actual size of the unit was going to be here in augmented reality, so ended up being actually a little bit wider. You can see we've got our 43-inch TV shown on the wall here in augmented, and then we've got our actual TV, which is I think a 43 inch as well. They size up pretty well there, but overall this was, I felt like, a good tool to have as we were kind of getting furniture laid out in the space to get that feel before actually committing to this project. And again, this bed here, we can go ahead and orient it to queen size bed. We were able to select that in augmented reality, and we can see how it actually fits here in her actual space. So
one thing I really enjoyed with this whole process was just the ease of being able to rearrange or resize or rotate objects just with the click of a button, and then able to visually see it right then and there. For our situation, using this augmented reality was actually pretty useful. It allowed my daughter and I to kind of play around with the furniture arrangement and get that visual feel before committing to the project. And I think the comparison of the augmented planning stage versus the actual room layout kind of helped further solidify the potential with augmented planning. And I've not personally used any other similar apps. I know there's a lot of other ones out there, so if you found one that works well, feel free to drop a comment.
And so there we have it. We used augmented reality to help us get a feel for how this room was going to look fully furnished before even moving any furniture in. So pretty cool. And if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe.
And don't forget to stay tuned for the next video in the series where we're actually going to start tearing things apart. See you next time.